welcome. My name is Michael. If you're new here to the channel, I want to go ahead and give you an invitation to stick around. If you're into action figures, collectible toys, and if you're into photography and video, this might be the channel for you. We mainly focus on reviewing action figures, and also we do cinematic videos where we post some of our action figures or collectible items, and from time to time we produce photography and video tutorials like today. Today might be a good example of that exception. So welcome to the channel. If you enjoy watching the content I'm producing, you're welcome to become part of the family. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button. So back to today's subject. Like I mentioned before, today we're not going to be reviewing an action figure or a collectible toy. Today we're going to be working on a project. Let me show you what I have in mind. Alright, so this is what I try to eat every day because I know it's healthy for your heart and it has other benefits. But the thing is that every time I prepare my breakfast or my drink with oatmeal, I always look at this container and I'm always figuring out what can I do with this container. I know there's so many possibilities. I don't want to throw you away at the recyclable bin. I know I can make something up of this. So anyway, since now I have the channel here, I thought, hey, why don't we make directional lights? I think that'll be great for the channel. We can use maybe a directional light, something for maybe right here on the side, or maybe right here on the other side. We can use this for me right here on the video, or we can use that for the collectible toys that we review here, or if it's a product or whatever you're doing that you need to lit up, you can actually use this. All right, so in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make a homemade directional light from this container. So if you're on a budget or you just like to be creative, this might be something really cool. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Watch this. All right, and here it is. So this is the project. This is what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna turn that oatmeal container into a directional light. This is great if you're on a budget and you can't afford to get really expensive lights. You can just get creative at home and grab your oatmeal container and create this directional light that I think it works out perfect. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and show you the video behind the scenes of how I made this light in case you want to do the same thing, and then towards the end we're gonna go ahead and test the light and see what we can do with it and see if it works or if it doesn't work. The main goal with a light like this is that we want to be able to control the light. That's the biggest thing. The way I like to illuminate my toys, my action figures, product photography, I like to be in control. I don't want the light to be spilling everywhere. And that's the whole purpose of making something like this with the tube. Basically, you're controlling the light. And then right here at the end, we have a diffuser to diffuse the light a little bit so that the shadows are not too harsh on the subject or the product or your toy. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and make this light. But before we do, here are the materials and the tools that are gonna be needed to make this light. You're gonna need glue, scissors, a ruler, or if you have a bigger ruler, even better, a silicone scraper, a CD or DVD, wax paper, aluminum foil, a box cutter or a blade, a brush, and a pencil. And now the materials: a light bulb, that can be 5,000 Kelvin, 4,000 Kelvin, doesn't matter. Clamp lamp, quarter oatmeal container, and a cardboard. All right, guys, let's go ahead and make this. Alright guys, we are back. A couple things I want to point out really quick about the light. First of all, I want to go ahead and point out the back here. I don't know if you noticed on the video, but we added some extra cardboard here. The main reason why we did that is because the cardboard of the container was too soft and then it will wobble, and we don't want that to happen. So by adding that extra cardboard, you're adding some extra support and it keeps everything together, which is really nice. Okay, so make sure you do that. That's very important. Also, we use a CD because the measurements are perfect. You can use CD or DVD, doesn't matter. It makes your job much easier. It fits perfect and you don't have to do any extra work, which is really cool. The front here, the front cap, I thought it was really neat because it already has a shape and it attaches to the container, which is a plus. So all you had to do is just replace the original white cardboard that was at the front and replace it with diffusion paper. If you had nylon silk, you can do that. If you don't, do the same thing I did, wax paper. It works. It really works. Later on, when you can, if you can get a higher end quality, why not? Go ahead and do so. And if you want to go ahead and spray paint your light, you can do that. I thought it makes it look cool. You don't necessarily have to paint your light, but let's face it, it looks really cool. So anyways, let's go ahead and turn on the light. And here is our masterpiece. So again, if you're on a budget, why not? You probably have all the materials at home and all the tools at home, and you don't have to spend nothing, just your labor and time. So the other question is, how am I planning to use this light? So mainly I will use this light for my action figures, or if I was to use it here in the studio, I will use it just maybe to create some edged light, which it'll look really cool. And that's the whole purpose of this light here. It's for mainly to decorate and also to create a little bit of edge light right here. So by making a few more of these, so you can do one on your left, you can do one on your right, and get your video a little bit more creative, which is really cool. As a key light, you can use it as a key light, but I personally prefer a bigger light. It makes the shadow softer when you have a bigger source of light. Okay, but still, you can use this as your key light if you want to. Okay, so anyways, here are some clips of some of the things that I'm planning to use it here at the studio. Check it out. Alright guys, we have reached the end of this video, but before we end this video, I wanted to show you the lights in action here at the studio. So as you can see, I have one on my right side and I have another one on my left side, creating an edge light. So if you're on a budget, this will be perfect. All you have to spend is a little bit of time and labor and you can practically make these lights at home for zero. So anyways guys, like always, if you did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed here to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you're on Instagram, you can follow me at michaels.collectible. Take care guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.